This is the fourth in a series of in-depth tutorials on using WebPublish, the website and web document authoring tool from Airset. In this lesson, we'll cover setting the default link, picture, and list styles for a template page. Returning to the bakery website tutorial example, so far the site has 4 pages, all based on a single layout template page. In the previous lesson, we had started setting the default page styles for the layout template page using the Page Styles dialog. The next section to cover in that dialog is link styling. Let's first create a hyperlink by entering some text. And then clicking and dragging to highlight a portion of the text, and then clicking on the link button in the Edit toolbar. We'll cover the many options of the link dialog in a later tutorial. For now, we'll just create a link to the menu page of the site. Click OK, and click Save and return to view. Note the appearance of the link. This is the browser default, and there are good reasons to use the default. Most people are conditioned to recognize this format as a hyperlink. Clicking on the link, as expected, takes us to the menu page. Returning to the layout template page, we'll open the page for editing and open the Page Styles dialog. There are 3 options for link styling. Normal is the style for text that has been set to be a link. Hover is the style for the link when the mouse is over it. And active is the style when the user clicks on the link. Clicking on the current setting for a link style brings up an edit dialog. I'll set the links to use the Arial font in bold with blue, red, and yellow as the colors for normal, hover, and active. Closing the dialog, you won't see the link styling in edit mode. You must save and return to view. Note how the link now appears. Returning to the layout template page, let's open it for editing and bring up the Page Styles dialog again. The next section to cover is image styling. The Insert Image tool lets you style images as they are inserted, and that's what I typically do, choosing the style to fit the specific location of the picture. However, if you expect to insert a lot of pictures on a page and you want them consistently styled, it makes sense to set defaults here. Let's first look at border styling. Clicking on the link next to border brings up the edit dialog. You can set a border on all sides at once or set each side individually. Click on the drop-down menu to choose a border style and set a width. Closing the dialog, we can see the effect on an image on the page. Returning to the Page Styles dialog, the next image option is the margin. This defines the spacing around the outside of the picture. If there is a border, it is the spacing between the border and surrounding elements like text. To illustrate the effect, I'll set the margin to 10 pixels on all sides. Note the spacing around the image. Returning again to the Page Styles dialog, the next option is to set image padding. This is the spacing between the image and its border. Setting the padding on all sides to 10, we see there is now a space between the image and its border. Note that if there is no border, the padding simply adds to the margin. For this design, we'll eliminate the border and padding and just set a margin. The final 2 sections of the Page Styles dialog control styling bulleted list, also known as unordered list, and numeric or ordered list. Both types of lists are shown here with the browser's default formatting. Opening the page for editing and opening the Page Styles dialog, we see sections for styling both types of list. The drop-down Type menu lets you select the appearance of the list marker. This is the bullet or number style. A different style can be selected for second-level items. We'll set different styles to see the effect on our sample list. The spacing field lets you modify the indent distance from the left edge to the list marker. The spacing to the right field lets you set the distance between the marker and the list item text. The spacing second level lets you set the indent distance from the first level marker to the second level marker. Clicking Save, we can see the effect of our style changes. In this lesson, we learned how to change the default style for hyperlinks on the page. We also learned how to set the default style for images inserted on the page, setting a default border, padding, and margin. Finally, we learned how to change the default list styling. The template page style settings covered in the last few tutorials can be overridden in any area using the Area Style option. Additionally, when editing a page created from a template page, you can edit the area style for just the page you're currently editing to override the template page settings. Finally, inline changes made by selecting text or an image and styling it using the Edit toolbar will always take precedence.